body. Submitted for approval the 6th day of September 2024, Kataman or NSamar. Signed by this representation as chairman of the Committee on Ways and Means, signed by the chairman of the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights and Public Accountability, Honorable Don L. Abalon, signed by Honorable Marites G. Guilianac, the vice chairperson of the Committee on Ways and Means, signed by Honorable Victoria M. Singson, the vice chair of the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights and Public Accountability, signed by Honorable Albert Lucero, member of the Committee on Ways and Means, and signed also by Honorable Gilbert F. Lyon, member of the Committee on Laws, and Honorable Lisa Isidora, member of the Committee on Ways and Means. With this, Mr. Chairman, I move for the adoption of this committee report of the Joint Committee. I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Before ruling on that motion, no? Session suspended. And ini yung mga rates, particularly no, yung sa Ibabaw Hall and yung sa Nipa Lubi. Okay, kanina na kanito kayo, ano no? Itong 3,000 sa Lubi Room and yung 15. Kasi nire-recall ko ngayon, actually, yung text ngayon si Rose na message. Ining, kasi ang katsa dito, ano ito, tapos ibabaw ko,
Yes, Mr. Chairman, before the short break, there was a motion coming from the Honorable Galit. Mr. Chairman, kindly please acknowledge.
Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Janice Dexter Galit is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May I reiterate my motion? Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the committee report by the Joint Committee of Laws, Justice, and the Committee on Ways and Means for an ordinance entitled prescribing the management and utilization of various government facilities and other government properties, setting rules and regulations governing and imposing fees and the use thereof, amending for the purpose of special ordinance number 01 since of 2024 and for other purposes. I move for the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chairman.
I second.
There is a motion duly seconded for the adoption of the committee report of an amendment to Sangguniang Panliligan Ordinance number 01 series of 2024 entitled An Ordinance Prescribing the Management and Utilization of Various Government Facilities and Other Government Properties, setting rules and regulations governing and imposing fees for the use thereof and for other purposes, in effect amending for the purpose SP Ordinance number 01 series of 2024. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Janicia Dexter D. Galit. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let us move on, Mr. Chairman, under item number 8, calendar of business. Under item number 8-A, we have review of municipal ordinances and resolution. The first committee to render its committee report, we have the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations. Kindly please acknowledge the good chairman of said committee, Honorable Don L. Abalon, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Don L. Abalon is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For and in behalf of the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations, I will be rendering our committee reports on 6 items, or rather 5 out of 6. On Resolution number 33, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, on Ordinance number 2024-039A of the Municipality of San Isidro, on Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 92, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Roque, Resolution number 130, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Lauang, and Municipal Resolution number 192, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Mondragon, while we will be asking for the deferment of Municipal Resolution number 2024-27 of the Municipality of Lapinig, for the reason that the resolution that was sent to this committee was a resolution approved in June, approving the 2025 annual investment plan of the Municipality of Lapinig, but the attachment was the supplemental annual investment program for 2024, approved in August of 2024, Mr. Chair. So we have communicated with Mayor Minson to send us a copy of the 2025 annual investment plan, as well as the Sangguniang Bayan resolution approving the 2024 supplemental annual investment plan. And with that, I move for the deferment of Municipal Resolution number 2024-27 of the Municipality of Lapinig. I so move, Mr. Chair.
With that motion, duly seconded, the treatment of Municipal Resolution number 2024-27 of the Municipality of Lapinig, Northern Samar is hereby deferred.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With respect to the 5 other items that I have earlier mentioned, may I move for the incorporation into the journal of the committee reports of the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation for the 5 items, and we'll just make the appropriate motion for the approval of this committee report, Mr. Chair. May I so move.
With that motion, duly seconded, the same is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On resolution number 33, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, upon the recommendation of the committee, may I respectfully move to declare Supplemental Annual Investment Program AIP for fiscal year 2024 and the enabling resolution number 33, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, valid and operative in its entirety, subject to standard conditions for investment plans, including the availability and or provision of funds to carry out the programs, projects, and activities to implement the plan, as well as those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare Supplemental Annual Investment Program, Supplemental AIP for fiscal year 2024, and the enabling resolution number 33-S-2024 of the Municipality of Allen, NSamar, valid and operative in its entirety, subject to standard conditions for investment plans, among others, the availability and or provisions of funds to carry out the programs, projects, and activities to implement the plan. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On ordinance number 2024-039A, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Isidro, upon the recommendation of the committee, may I respectfully move to declare ordinance number 2024-039A of the Municipality of San Isidro valid and operative, subject to the conditions mentioned in the committee report and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare ordinance number 2024-039A of the Municipality of San Isidro, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions as mentioned in the committee report, as well as those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 92, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Roque, upon the recommendation of the committee, may I respectfully move to declare the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan for calendar year 2024 and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 92, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Roque, valid and operative, subject to the conditions mentioned in the committee report and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan, Supplemental AIP for calendar year 2024 and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 92, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Roque, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions as stated in the committee report, as well as those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On resolution number 130, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Laoang, upon the recommendation of the committee, may I respectfully move to declare Supplemental Annual Investment Program AIP for calendar year 2024 and the enabling resolution number 130, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Laoang, valid and operative in its entirety, subject to the conditions mentioned in the committee report, as well as those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. I so move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare Supplemental Annual Investment Program, Supplemental AIP for calendar year 2024 and the enabling resolution number 130, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Laoang, Northern Samar, valid and operative in its entirety, subject to such conditions as stated in the committee report, as well as those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On Municipal Resolution Number 192, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Mondragon, upon the recommendation of the committee, may I respectfully move to declare the second supplemental annual investment plan for fiscal year 2024 and the enabling Municipal Resolution Number 192, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Mondragon valid and operative, subject to the conditions mentioned in the committee report and those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare the second supplemental annual investment plan, the second supplemental AIP for fiscal year 2024, and the enabling municipal resolution number 192, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Mondragon, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the conditions as stated in the committee report, as well as those prescribed by existing laws, rules, and regulations. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That's
Thank
all
you,
for the Committee on
Honorable
Finance,
Donald
Budget, and
Abadan.
Appropriation.
Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chair, with the adoption of the committee report, of the 5 committee report by the mentioned by the good chairman of the Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, and in order to pave the way for its immediate consideration on final reading, so move for the suspension of our internal rules, Mr. Chairman.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, move for the approval of a resolution on final reading, declaring resolution number 33 series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid and operative. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval on final reading of a resolution declaring Supplemental Annual Investment Program, AIP, for fiscal year 2024 and the enabling resolution number 33, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, valid and operative in its entirety, subject to some conditions. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring ordinance number 2024-039A of the series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Isidro, Northern Samar, valid and operative. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion duly seconded for the approval on final reading of a resolution declaring ordinance number 2024-039A of the Municipality of San Isidro, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 92, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Roque, Northern Samar, valid and operative. So move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion duly seconded for the approval on final reading of a resolution declaring the Supplemental Annual Investment Plan for calendar year 2024 and the enabling Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 92, series of 2024 of the Municipality of San Roque, Northern Samar, valid and operative. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring resolution number 130, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Lauang, Northern Samar, valid and operative. So move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval and final reading of a resolution declaring Supplemental Annual Investment Program for calendar year 2024 and the enabling resolution number 130, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Lauang, Northern Samar, valid and operative in its entirety, subject to some conditions. Hearing no objections, said motion is hereby approved.
Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring Municipal Resolution number 192, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Mondragon, Northern Samar, valid and operative. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring the second supplemental annual investment plan for fiscal year 2024 and enabling municipal resolution number 192 series of 2024 of the municipality of Mondragon, Northern Samar, valid and operative subject to some conditions. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To continue, Mr. Chairman, still under the review of municipal ordinances and resolution, next committee to render its committee report, chaired by the Honorable Abalon. We have the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights, and Public Accountability. Kindly please acknowledge, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Don L. Abalon, the Chairman of Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights, and Public Accountability is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For and in behalf of the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights, and Public Accountability, I have the honor to render our committee's report on Ordinance Number 56, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria. The subject ordinance authorizes the municipal mayor to initiate expropriation proceedings over a portion of a private property intended to be used for access road with a total area of 130 square meters, which is a portion of a privately owned land identified as lot number 2069 part, covered by ARP number 12-24-0003-00191. At the onset, the local government units have no inherent power of eminent domain, but can exercise such power only when expressly authorized by Congress, which authority was granted under Republic Act number 7160, specifically Section 19 thereof, and the exercise of which is subject to statutory requirements. Several requisites must, however, concur before a local government unit can exercise the power of eminent domain. 1. An ordinance is enacted by the local legislative body authorizing the local chief executive in behalf of the LGU to exercise the power of eminent domain or pursue expropriation proceedings over a particular private property. 2. The power of eminent domain is exercised for public use, purpose, or welfare, or for the benefit of the poor and the landless. 3. There is a payment of just compensation as required under Section 9, Article 3 of the Constitution and other pertinent laws. And 4. A valid and definite offer has been previously made to the owner of the property sought to be expropriated, but said offer was not accepted. This committee found the subject ordinance to have substantially complied with the public purpose requirement, as the exercise is for a public purpose, public use, or public welfare, as the piece of the property to be expropriated will serve as the access road for public use to connect the barangay road to Bermudo Strait and the neighboring states in Barangay Zone 3, Victoria. Recognizing the need for the local government unit concerned to secure vital road network to promote growth, uphold the general welfare, and protect the public's right to access. The local government unit concerned, however, must appropriate funds necessary to cover the payment of just compensation as required by the Constitution and pertinent laws, and the definitive offer has to be made supported by relevant and competent evidence prior to the exercise of the power of eminent domain. Further, the local government unit concerned must comply with all the constitutional and statutory requirements for the exercise of the power of eminent domain or the initiation of expropriation proceedings. This committee respectfully moves to declare Ordinance Number 56, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria valid and operative, subject to the provisions of existing laws, rules, and regulations. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution to declare Ordinance Number 56, Series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to the provisions of existing laws, rules, and regulations, particularly as stated in the findings and observations in the committee report. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Don L. Abalon, Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, with the adoption of the committee report by the Committee on Laws, Justice, Human Rights, and Public Accountability, and in order to pave the way for its immediate consideration and final reading, so move for the temporary suspension of the internal rules, Mr. Chairman.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring ordinance number 56 series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria, Northern Samar, valid and operative. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval on final reading of a resolution declaring ordinance number 56 series of 2024 of the Municipality of Victoria, Northern Samar, valid and operative, subject to some conditions. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chair, kindly please acknowledge the Honorable Junicio Dexter D. Galit to render the committee report by the Committee on Ways and Means under the review of municipal ordinances and resolution, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Junicio Dexter D. Galit, the Chairman of the Committee on Ways and Means, is hereby recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On Committee on Ways and Means, to which was referred ordinance number 11, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, an ordinance providing minimal payment, business permit, and microenterprise, and updated policies for all businesses in the Municipality of Allen, Northern Samar, has considered the same and has decided to put it back to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan with the following findings and observation. Number 1, the enactment of subject ordinance is in compliance of Section 7 of the Republic Act number 9178, otherwise known as Act to Promote the Establishment of Barangay Microbusiness and Enterprise, providing incentives and benefits thereof, and for other purposes which the local government units are encouraged to reduce the amount of local taxes, fees, charges imposed by BMBAs from local taxes, fees, and charges. Number 2, public hearing was conducted prior to the enactment of the said ordinance in compliance with Section 186 and 187 of the Local Government Code of 1991. Number 3, however, Section 5, small letter B of the said ordinance states that any establishment failing to renew, permit, or register the businesses shall be punished with a fine of 25,000 pesos and closure of the establishment, and in extreme cases, confiscation of assets. Said probation is inconsistent with Section 447 Subordinary 1 of the Local Government Code of 1991, in which the Sangguniang Bayan shall approve ordinances imposing a fine of 2,500 pesos for imprisonment for a period of not exceeding 6 months for both in the discretion of the court for violation of municipal ordinance. Whereof, this committee respectfully recommends to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan that a resolution be passed declaring ordinance number 11, thus series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen, valid in part, submitted for resolution the 6th day of September 2024, Katama Northern Samar, signed by the representation as chairman, signed Honorable Marcos Jigaliamak, vice chair, and signed Honorable Albert Tosero and Honorable Lisa Isidera, member of the committee. So move the adoption of this committee report, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, before ruling the motion, Honorable Don Laban.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just some clarificatory questions regarding ordinance number 11, series of 2024 of the Municipality of Allen. I understand that the title is providing for minimal payment of business permit for micro enterprises. and updated policies for all business in the municipality of Alin, and I concur with, I agree with the committee that the penalty on Section 5, Paragraph B of the said ordinance is ultra vires on the ground that it exceeded the authority of the Sangguniang Bayan. My question, Mr. Chair, is how minimal is the payment for business permit for micro enterprises?
Mr. Chair, I move for 1 minute suspension.
Session suspend. Sino ako eh? Yes.
Mr. Chairman, with regards to this ordinance, before we take a break, the gentleman from San Roque has some issues, some valid issues that is being brought to the table. And with that, Mr. Chairman, to pave way for the committee to study more with regards to this ordinance, I move for this committee report to be lay on the table first until next session, Mr. Chairman. I so move.
So deferred natin.
Deferred until next session, Mr. Chairman.
With that,
Yes, Mr.
Motion?
Chair. We will discuss this further with the chairman of the Committee on Ways and Means in my capacity as the chairman of the Committee on Laws, because I understand that the ordinance have some serious legal issues.
Yeah.
with that motion, duly seconded the treatment of this proposed ordinance entitled Ordinance Number 11 S 2024 of the Municipality of Allen or NSamar hereby deferred.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Donel Abalon.
Thank you,
you, Honorable Junicio Dexter.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Galit. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, before we move on, Mr. Chairman, to the next committee report, may I move for a 1 minute suspension, Mr. Chairman?
With that motion, session suspended.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, for the last committee report under the review of municipal ordinances and resolution, kindly please acknowledge a good chairperson of said committee. Under the Committee on Trade and Industry and Economic Affairs, we have the Honorable Marites J. Guillamak, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Marites J. Guillamak is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In behalf of the Committee on Trade, Industry, and Economic Affairs, may I have the honor to present this committee report. The Committee on Trade, Industry, and Economic Affairs, to which was referred Municipal Ordinance Number 2024-27 of the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, entitled An Ordinance Prohibiting the Manufacture, Sale, Possession, Carriage, and Use of PVC shotgun, pellet gun, replica of the original firearms that could propel projectile of 10 meters or more when fired, prescribing penalties for violations hereof and for other purposes, has considered the same and has the honor to report it back to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan with the recommendation that a resolution be passed to declare the subject ordinance invalid for being inconsistent with the Republic Act Number 10591, otherwise known as the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulations Act, which regulates the possession, carriage, and use of such items. Attached is the legal opinion from the Provincial Legal Office dated September 2, 2024, and the forms part of this committee report. I move for the approval of this committee report, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion, duly seconded, pass a resolution to declare Municipal Ordinance Number 2024-27 of the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, invalid for being inconsistent with Republic Act Number 10591, otherwise known as the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulations Act. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Marites J. Guillamak, Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, with the adoption of the committee report by the Committee on Trade and Industry and Economic Affairs, and in order to pave the way for its immediate consideration on final reading, I move for the suspension of the internal rules of Sangguniang Panlalawigan. So move, Mr. Chairman.
With that motion, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, move for the approval of a resolution on final reading declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 2024-27 of the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, invalid. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion, duly seconded, for the approval on final reading of a resolution declaring Municipal Ordinance Number 2024-27 of the Municipality of Gamay, Northern Samar, invalid for being inconsistent with Republic Act Number 10591, otherwise known as the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulations Act. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We now proceed with item number 9, privilege and question R. If there are members who would like to wish to be recognized under item number 9, and considering, Mr. Chairman, that no members would like to make use or to be recognized under item number 9, next item is proper, which is item number 10, other matters. May I request, Mr. Chairman, the Secretary, to read item under item is letter A, other matters, Mr. Chairman.
SB Secretary, kindly read letter A under item A under other matters.
Office of the Governor, August 14, 2024. The Honorable Vice Governor Clarence E. Dato, Presiding Officer, and members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, this province. Dear Presiding Officer, and gentlemen and ladies of the Sanggunian, I hereby certify the urgency of passing an ordinance abolishing the following items. Item number 1, Medical Officer 3, salary salary grade 21, office item number EDH 133-2. Item number 2, administrative aid 3, clerk 1, salary grade 3, EDH number 10-36, and creating 2 supervising administrative officer, salary grade 22, office ADH. Attached are the certification of vacant positions from the Provincial Human Resource and Development Office, PHRMDO, and computation of authorized annual salary benefits of above items for issuance as to availability of funds from the Provincial Budget Office, PBO, for your reference. For your immediate legislative action, thank you. Very truly yours, signed Edwin Marino C. Unchuan, Governor.
Thank you, SB Secretary. Majority Leader.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, with the letter of the provincial governor addressed to this Honorable Sangguniang Palawigan through our presiding chair, the Honorable Vice Governor Clarence Idato, for these members to consider passing a resolution, passing an ordinance as mentioned, as read by the Secretary, including the attachment for the perusal of the members of this august body, and as Chairman of the Committee on Civil Service Appointments and Reorganization, may I have the honor to sponsor this ordinance as urgently requested, coming from the office of our provincial local chief executive, our Governor Edwin Marino C. Unchuan. Mr. Chairman, I move, if there are no manifestation from the members, I move for the passage of an ordinance abolishing the following items. Item number 1, Medical Officer 3 with salary grade salary grade 21 under the office of Allen District Hospital, item number 133-2, and Administrative Aid 3, Clerk 1, salary grade 3 under Allen District Hospital, item number 10-36, to Supervising Administrative Officer with salary grade number 22 at the Allen District Hospital. So move for the approval, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded for the approval of an ordinance abolishing the following items: Medical Officer 3 and Administrative Aid 3, Clerk 1, and creating 2, Supervising Administrative Officer, salary grade 22. Hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, still under the matters, we have under item is letter B. These are municipal ordinances and resolution endorsed to the office of the presiding officer, our Vice Governor, and were referred to the appropriate committees. Mr. Chairman, considering that we have item number 1 to item number 9, I move that it be read into the records and incorporated. Mr. Chairman, let me rephrase my manifestation, my motion. I move that it be considered as read and incorporated into the records. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded, considering that all members have copies of all the municipal ordinances resolutions endorsed to the office of the Vice Governor. The motion is to consider these ordinances resolutions as deemed read and be incorporated records of this Sangguniang Panlalawigan. Hearing no objection, the said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, seems that next item is proper, item number 11. I move for adjournment of our regular session. Mr. Chairman, pardon me, Mr. Chairman. I move for suspension of our session, Mr. Chairman.
Session suspended.
Yung pangayaan.
Enjoy the leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Still under the other matters, Mr. Chairman, if I remember right, Mr. Chairman, during the after the roll call, Mr. Chairman, the chair have acknowledged the presence of our distinguished guests, our Pedrim O, Jose Ray Chano. We are fortunate to have with him today in our session to update us regarding the recent flooding of our province and possibly make some proposal to this or recommendation to this body. With this, Mr. Chairman, kindly please recognize Mr. Ray Chano, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Ray Josiah Chana is recognized. Yan, dapat Pedrim C. Pedrim C, ano na lang? Pedrim C, Pedrim Council Resolution.
Yes. Good morning. Good afternoon, honorable members of this August chamber. May I present to the body the damage report as basis of our course of action of the local legislature. We were able to experience the impact of tropical depression in Teng. What's the more than 234 millimeters of rains were dumped to the province, no? Causing landslide, among others, and flooding. This rainfall volume, or the impact of this rainfall volume dumped to our province has flooded at least 80% of our component local government units. Specifically, affected individuals is 146,000. For agriculture is 23 million across different products, and with 3,205 farmers affected. And to infra, the only recorded damage is around 211 million. Other reports coming from the towns regarding infrastructure, the damage to infrastructure is has not yet reached the office. So totally, based on NDRIMC Circular 2019, number 60 series of 2019, the basis or the criteria for the declaration of state of calamity is when 15% of the projected affected population is in need of assistance. So that's letter A. The other criteria is when services and emergency operations are hindered or incapable of delivering services. That's also one. No? You know. So based on that NDRIMC circular, I think, and based on the recommendation of the council earlier, it came to the conclusion that the council has recommended to this August body for the declaration of state of calamity based on the extent of damages suffered or experienced in our province. As I mentioned, other criteria for the declaration of a state of calamity: one, at least 15% of the forecasted affected population based on science-based projection are in need of emergency assistance. Two, at least 30% of the means of livelihood on agricultural, business, and industrial sectors are affected. Three, damage to critical and lifeline infrastructure facilities such as major roads, bridges, that may result to emergency response is hindered. Two, local government units' basic services are inaccessible or paralyzed. Three, services are disrupted, which may take more than a week to be restored. Other criteria is widespread destruction of agricultural products, fish ponds, crops, poultry, and livestock. So this criteria, I think, are the nearest criteria which we could put, or which we could serve as basis of the declaration of state of calamity. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, may I propound one
Yes.
clarificatory question to Ray Chano before other members be given time to make manifestation. Sir Ray, may under the casualty of the municipality of Northern Samar, we have 14 injured and 2 dead person. Can you please enlighten this body what really happened to these 2 individuals, citing their personal circumstances and other information that you could provide to this honorable body?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, yung casualty natin dyan, mostly yung death, 2 death at saka injuries, no, ng 4 are caused or is caused by a landslide. Nasa ilalim sila ng bukid, no, at nag-landslide to, damaging at least around 12 families po.
So,
And the two death are natabunan, no? Mag-ama sila. The junior and senior na natabunan sila sa loob ng bahay. Na-recover sila after a day. September 1, it happened on September 1. They were recovered at exactly 10 in the morning the next day.
so what did the M3MO did to that could have prevented the death of the two individual as mentioned? Na-inform ba sila, na-advise ba sila, o di-force ba na mag-evacuate, o ano bang nangyari, ba't hindi natin nasalba yung kababayan natin?
There, as early as August 28, we already informed, or we alerted, the governor alerted the local chief executive to be aware of possible tropical cyclone formation, and that could affect the province. I think there is a problem of execution of that order na mag-preemptive evacuation sa mga areas na possibly landslideable. With that rainfall, 230 millimeters, that could cause definitely a landslide everywhere in the province, no. Almost our susceptibility to landslide is high, no, with the characteristics of our soil. Kaya isa yan, no, that's a lessons learned natin, na pag umabot na, sumobra na ng 100 millimeters, dapat yung local functionaries, including the local chief executive, must do preemptive evacuation in the areas where landslide is has the potential of landslide incident.
From our information, we have heard that although these two individuals were warned to forcibly evacuate, they did, however, sabi, bumalik daw dahil gusto nilang kunin pa yung mga, isave yung mga livestock nila. Tama po ba yung information? That's causes their natabunan? Ganun ba yun? Tama ba yung narinig namin?
Yes, that I think is on the record.
From our sources and information, pina-evacuate na sila ng local chief executive. Natapos na evacuation, however, meron pa silang mga gamit at mga hayop na kailangan isalba. So, napilitan yung mag-ama na bumalik. Kaya lang, hindi na sila pumalad kasi siguro medyo madilim na yon, tapos biglang bumagsak na yung lupa. Tama po ba yung information namin?
I think so.
So, that's all, Mr. Chairman. Maybe some other members would like to be recognized, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Albert Elisero is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, under the law, we are only if 15% of the total area, or 15% of the total area, or within the territory of the province of Northern Samar is affected by a typhoon or any calamity, the provincial government, after a resolution is passed by the Disaster Council, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan could declare the province under the state of calamity. And in addition to the information of our PDRIMO, Mr. Regicia Ichano, that on the query of the Honorable Superman, Honorable Singson, of the two fatalities in Biri, the one was they were not taken out of the rubble on the same date. One was on that day when the landslide was happened, and the other one on the next day. It was already when the during a pre-DRIMC meeting, the second pre-DRIMC meeting, that was because that area is actually landslide prone. It's landslide double, tama ba? It's landslide prone area wherein actually the national government, the provincial government, and the MDRIM also already have this kind of a mechanism wherein to inform the people of the different kinds of hazards when there is a storm or a low pressure area, or the intensity of rain is happening in these areas, Mr. Chairman. So I believe, Mr. Chairman, it is just but fitting and proper that after a recommendation coming from the PDRIMC, we pass a resolution declaring the state of calamity in the province of Northern Samar, because as a matter of in the context of the province has 24 municipalities and 20 municipalities have been affected, which is around 80% of the total municipalities in the province. So, Mr. Chairman, I believe this will suffice to the declaration of the state of calamity, so that the employees here could file their calamity loan.
Just Thank you, Honorable Albert A. Lucero. Honorable Don L. Abalan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just for clarification, I just would like to raise a point of inquiry. I only have here a copy of the post-disaster damage report insofar as agriculture is concerned. And in the report, our municipality of San Roque incurred a total damage of 10.8 million. I was wondering, Mr. Chair, if San Roque had such substantial damage of 10.8, why are the municipalities of Pambuhan, Mondragon, and Silvino Lobos did not incur any damage in agriculture?
Pedrim?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for
that clarificatory question.
I think it's a matter of the LG has not yet reported. The process in our operations center is there's a triangulation of data coming from the provincial agriculture, DSWD, and DILG. We sit down and all the data centralized to the operations center are being validated by that three agencies po. So we've been actually in the past 3 days, 2 days ago, or when Governor presided the meeting of the PDRIMC, we cannot recommend yet the declaration of a state of calamity for lack of quantitative parameters as set by NDRIMC, in their memorandum circular number 60 series of 2019. So we haven't on that meeting, we cannot arrive at a conclusion to declare state of calamity. But that's noted, Mr. Chair, if we will be, as we have been trying to contact these LGUs actively and proactively, aggressively, to get the reports on board to the operations centers.
Mr. Chair, this is as of September 4. So I understand by this time, these municipalities of Mondragon, Palapag, Pambuhan, Silvino Lobos, and San Vicente may have already submitted the report. So may the PDRRMO be kind enough to update us of the report that may have come in from these municipalities. And in addition to that, Mr. Chair, may I inquire from the PDRMO as to the other sector as to what are the damages that may have been sustained?
Other sectors?
The public infrastructures.
As of September 4, the only local government unit that has reported damages are Bubon and San Isidro to infrastructure, and to the shelter sector are Biri and
San Isidro also.
Catarman,
Victoria.
Lavizares, and Rosario.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, with this, I understand that we have sufficient basis already for the declaration of the state of calamity, but may I just request the PDRRMO to go down and coordinate with the MDRRMO of the different municipalities, because they might be very busy in the respective areas, undergoing relief operations and other restorative activities that may have disabled them from submitting on time the respective reports. So instead of waiting for the reports to come in from the municipalities, the PDRRMO should go around and check with the other municipalities that have not yet submitted the reports. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Donald Abalon.
Yes, sir.
Honorable Leonida Pilauden is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is just in addition to what our PDRIM officer, Mr. Josiah, have reported to us. I am very much particular to other municipalities, especially my municipality. Because in the report, the affected barangays, we have 5 municipalities with a total affected barangays. Like Allen, they have 20 barangays and all the 20 is affected, with numbers of farmers and peasure folks totaling to 489. For the municipality of Lavizares, 26 barangays also affected, and their total affected families and peasure folks is 266. So pagdating dito sa Lupi de Viga, perfect also, the 22 barangays is totally affected with 955 family ay fisher folks and farmers. Pagdating dito sa amin, Mapanas, the 13 barangays in the report is affected, but only 3 farmers or fisher folks is affected. So tingali, Josiah nagsasala, kay tingali naman pag-abot sa panhatag ang tululaan matagan. So I just would like to request the Provincial Disaster Risk Management Officer to revalidate kung talaga tulula ang affected, because during the time of September is time for replanting and sowing, so marami ang affected na mga rice farmers. So also affected sa San Isidro, 14 barangays is affected and they have 44 farmers and fisher folk. So, I am with the appeal of the two board members, Honorable Donna Balon and Albert Lucero, that the state of calamity of the province be declared through the recommendation of our provincial disaster risk management officer. But still, I know that this report is not final, so this is just, shall we say, partial damage. So, mas marami pa ang isasubmit ng municipal disaster risk officer. So, there is no reason why that we will not declare the state of calamity. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Yanida Filodenyo. Honorable Gilbert F. Lyons, recognized.
Thank you, Mrs. Chairman. This is not a question to our PDRIM, but a statement of
Solidarity.
recognition. During the public hearing on disaster and risk reduction and management in the House of Congress, House of Representatives, a congressman from Bicol, I think, questioned the PAG-ASA administrators and employees regarding the early warning on the possible affected area of this Typhoon Inteng. According to them, there was a late warning because Inteng was developed, or the LPA was developed inside the Philippine Area of Responsibility. So, didi mismo sa Tagahimo, in less than a day, it developed into tropical depression. On that statement, the PDRIM of Northern Samar was mentioned as regarded as the earliest province who gave warning to its populace, and even thanked the PDRIM of Northern Samar. With that, Mr. Chair, this is just a statement recommendation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Gilbert F. Lyon. And we would like to commend the PDRIM officer, and of course his personnel for giving timely information about this weather system from LPA to typhoon. And to also, in addition, it was also mentioned by PDRIM Ray Chano that already informed proper authorities. In fact, I was also informed days earlier about the possibility of that weather system, the impact of the weather system as early, as early as
31 and August 28.
August 28. You mentioned about that. Yes, actually, your exact text, normally during habagat, na-record lang po pa-north ang bagyo, but in this instance, may small chance nga tumama Pacific Towns or Bicol area kasi may high pressure area sa north na nagtutulak sa bagyo na mag-west. So, I'd like to commend our PDRIM team, Kalasag awardee, for those not only relying entirely from PAG-ASA, but they're also doing their task, getting some data aside from data coming from PAG-ASA. So again, any member wish to Majority Leader?
Mr. Chairman, in support, I agree with the manifestations of Board Member Lyon. We have also to commend our presiding chair, the Honorable Vice Governor Clarence Idato, who at that time was the acting governor who presided during the PTRMC meeting, Mr. Chairman.
Kala ko, i-greet mo na ako sa
Later, we will cross the bridge when we get there, Mr. Chairman.
Siya pa. Session suspended. Siya pa. Sigaw pa yung still, it's the government. He's on top of the and lang yan sa record, stricken off the record the no, he was
when the Honorable Clarence Dato presided during the meeting, he was acting as the Vice Governor, and the Governor was on top of the situation during the onslaught of Typhoon Inting, Mr. Chairman.
yes, that's correct.
Okay.
I confirm that statement. Thank you, Majority Leader. So with that, hearing the report of the PDRIMO and statements given by some members of this August body, your motion for this August. Honorable Albert A. Lucero.
Number 6.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, as per PDRIM-C of the Province of Northern Samar Resolution number 2024-06, I move that we declare the Province of Northern Samar under the state of calamity. So moved, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion. Duly seconded.
Mr. Chairman, pardon, Mr. Chairman. I would like to request the good majority leader to move for the suspension of the rules paved the way for a resolution declaring the province of Northern Samar under the state of calamity.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As requested, I move for the temporary suspension of our internal rules, Mr. Chairman.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended. Honorable Albert A. Lucero.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, with the Pilgrim's Resolution number 06 series of 2024, a resolution approving and endorsing to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan the declaration of the state of calamity in the province of Northern Samar, I therefore move that we pass a resolution declaring the province of Northern Samar under the state of calamity. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion duly seconded to pass a resolution. And on that resolution to declare the entire province of Northern Samar under a state of calamity. On the basis of the recommendation of the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, Resolution number 06, series of 2024.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Honorable Albert.
Colonel
Abanon.
will the proponent yield that this representation be included as a co-sponsor of the resolution?
Definitely, Mr. Chairman. Anyone or all of us could be.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, yes.
Thank you, Honorable Abanon. Put it on record that everyone present here,
Will be co-sponsors.
all proponents, sponsors of a resolution to declare the entire province of Northern Samar under state of calamity on the basis of the approval and recommendation of the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council Resolution number 06, series of 2024. Hearing no objection, of course, moot, because all of the members present here are sponsors. Said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And
Thank
Mr.
you,
Chairman,
Honorable Albert A. Lucero.
yes, Mr. Chairman, a manifestation. I will be reserving a manifestation after the adjournment, Mr. Chairman.
After the adjournment.
Thank you, Mr.
Majority
Chairman.
Leader.
Your manifestation will be off the record. Off the record. So, Mr. Chairman, still under the other matters, another member would like to be recognized. Kindly please, the Honorable Don L. Abalon, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Donald Abalon is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have finally come to the conclusion of the case of Kalunsag versus Kalunsag, administrative case number 2023-01, that was originally filed with the Office of the Ombudsman and forwarded and referred to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan for investigation. The draft resolution that would finally decide the case is already prepared and submitted to the members, and this was discussed last Friday by the members of this Sangguniang Panlalawigan, and we are all in agreement with the draft of the resolution. And with that, Mr. Chair, I think it's time to promulgate, but we can promulgate it in a way by sending copy of the resolution to the parties or the respective councils. May I request now, Mr. Chair, the Majority Floor Leader for the suspension of the rules to pave way for the immediate consideration of the resolution that would decide the case of Kalunsag versus Kalunsag.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, as requested, I move for the temporary suspension of the internal rules of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. So move, Mr. Chairman.
With that motion, duly seconded, internal rules suspended.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I now move for the passage, enactment, or approval of the resolution that is distributed to the members. A resolution deciding the administrative case number 2023-01 entitled Francis L. Gavita Kalunsag versus Charmaine Angel Kalunsag. I so move, Mr. Chair.
I second.
Before ruling the motion, no, session suspended. Siguro let's just put it on record. With that motion, for passage of a resolution, motion duly seconded for passage of a resolution of the decision arriving at conclusion the decision of the case of Frances Gabita Calunsag as a complainant and Charmaine Angel Calunsag as respondent under admin case number 2020-01. So, let copies of the decision, no, be furnished. Yan ang sunod tanong, ano.
To the
Of course,
parties.
you will sign all members as to the decision of this august body in regard to that case, administrative case. So with that, hearing no objection, said motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and may I make manifest that the Secretary be directed to immediately furnish copies of this resolution
To all.
to the parties through the respective councils.
Thank you, Honorable Donald Abalon. Let Secretariat to facilitate siguro una yung sign namin sa decision, then of course furnishing copies of the decision to the parties through their respective councils.
Noted, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Donald Abalon, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Considering that I've already tackled all the items in the order of business, I move for adjournment of a regular session until the next regular session is scheduled on September 10, 2024 at 10 o'clock in the morning. So move for our adjournment. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
With that motion, duly seconded. Today's regular session is hereby adjourned until September 10, no? September 9, may Kauswagan.
Kauswagan.
10.
Lawang. Kalamutan, that area. Aguadahan. Hearing no objection, today's regular session is hereby adjourned until
10.
September 10 at 10 in the morning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In behalf of the Sangguniang Panlawigan, present or not present, would like to greet our